is live. We are live, fellas.
Fellas as in me.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
So we're good. I'm good. Oh, so now I gotta like send the link. If it shows up
Real
ever.
question, Steady. How do you plan on beating Raging with this team with how it is?
Well, I beat him with Cody Alexander, so I'm confident that I'll be able to do it with Jordan Love. Oh, so does that suffice?
Yes.
Okay. Go game of the week info. Oh, he did it for me. He's so good at that. He's so talented.
He's so
All
smart.
right. He's so smart. Okay, so Chargers, Jacksonville Jaguars. It looks like the Chargers get the ball first. Who do you have winning this game?
I'm gonna continue with sleeping on Stinky and give me the fucking
The
Chargers.
Jaguars?
I mean
The
the
Jaguars?
Jaguars here.
I think it's
Yeah,
funny to vote against Stinky, so I'm also going to give this one to the Jaguars. Stinky, I mean, like the truth is this game doesn't matter because like I've been saying, the AFC runs through the Steelers and that's all there is to it, guys. Nothing matters but the Steelers. They're a lock for the Super Bowl. He said it himself. So, really this is all, this is all for funsies, you know. But I do think it'll be the Jaguars who come out on top to hand the Steelers the keys to the promised land. Inside run here. Jalen Wright.
He is probably the biggest competition in the AFC for Sniper. And if he gets eliminated here, I don't see I see a pretty clear path for Sniper.
Well, we'll see what the future holds, but we're going to see an early timeout there from the Jaguars. I mean, no reason to save your timeouts early in the first half. I like to regenerate my guys. Give them a shot.
Give them a little bit of Gatorade.
Hell yeah. Back to throw, going to the wheel route. That's Jalen Wright, and Jalen Wright has room on the sideline all the way down to about the 30.
Yeah, and Jalen Wright, I say it every time I watch Stinky. He's a guy you have to stop, and people don't stop him.
Yeah, I mean, he's just such a dynamic player. Really knows how to do his thing out there. It's exciting to see. Back to throw is Herbert going, looking to the sideline, the drag, but he's going to get railed, can't get the ball off, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, very unfortunate for the Chargers there, but 2nd and 10, already in your opponent's field goal range. I don't think that bothers them too much.
Well, I'll tell you what, double mug action for the Jags. We'll see if this works out. Back to throw, going over the middle. Wow. The pressure comes in before he can throw it to Jalen Wright, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 here.
Yeah, big for the Jags. If they can hold the Chargers opening possession to 3 here, that'd be huge for them.
Okay, I was making sure the audio is good. The audio is good. We're all set. So the safeties kind of get walked down here. Pressure could be coming. Sheed in motion kind of creates a very condensed look here. Back to throw. Herbert going over the middle. He's got Shaheed, and he's got the touchdown.
Looking back at the trade the Chargers did to give up that number 12 overall pick for the Falcons to ultimately select Harrell seems like a win-win for both these teams. Both of these teams got their deep threat.
I'll tell you what, Trent Adams, I know the Chargers would have much rather had Trent Adams than Rashid Shaheed, but the Chargers thought there was no way he falls that far, and I think the Falcons were pleasantly surprised with who they ended up getting at that pick. So, but it did work out for both of them.
I mean, Shaheed's doing his thing down in Los Angeles, so.
Mm-hmm.
I think the risk of not getting the guy you want and getting a 96-speed deep threat was a little bit worth it.
I don't like that. Did you see, why did he back up his sub linebacker all the way back there? That made no sense. Little underneath bubble or something to their guy Brian Thomas, and he's going to get a big chunk of 15 yards. Now, Ducky, was talking about he was unfamiliar with the onside rules, so we were playing with that earlier. And
Hmm.
he was talking about onsiding every time instead of playing defense. So I think he's very not confident. Um, New onside rules, he's not allowed to do that. Wow, Mike Evans up the seam. One man to beat, unable to, but it is a huge play. And what are your thoughts on Mike Evans' contributions to this team since he signed here?
Some teams, you always want an old man on your team to kind of help be the glue that's needed for a playoff team, and he brings that. The Dolphins, I mean the Jags are a very young team, so having that kind of guy and going out to get someone like Saquon Barkley too really helps elevate the floor of your team.
Mm-hmm. And Ducky, disappointed that Saquon Barkley doesn't have leapfrog, but I think he still kind of underestimates the value that a guy like Saquon can bring to the table.
Yeah, not being able to get that cool animation where he can hurdle people backwards sucks. Touchdown.
Yeah, and the RPO read flat wheel is a common red zone call for Ducky, and there it works for perfection, just wide open, and it's able to get him 7. So we're all knotted up here early in the first.
Is it knotted or knotted? Like tying a knot?
Like
I've
knots hid,
always
like
wondered
tying a knot, I think. Because you're like
because
tied
I
up,
think
because you're tied up, tying a knot.
mhm,
Yeah, that's probably
because
how that works.
for most of my adult life, I thought it was knotted, like nodding your head. But then I thought about
No.
it. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that would make no sense. Um, so 7-7 is your score. Chargers now, they're a high-powered offense. Amongst the best in the league, I think many would say. They've got all the talent in the world. I mean, you can't ask for much more than what they have.
I think you
So,
can. Actually.
where do you think they could improve?
Wide receivers, most
Well,
definitely,
I think Darius Davis is
and
a
tight end.
tough
Having someone like
is a
Jonnu
tough
Smith
guy.
as your number one tight end is not desirable.
I mean, Johnny Smith gets the job done. I would agree. You'd like to get, an up and comer, maybe a guy who's a little more, yeah. But Marquise Brown, Rashid Shaheed, these guys are ballers, man. And I think this is a very talented group of guys who catch the football and do so dominantly. Going deep, it's wow, Rashid Shaheed is able to moss the Jacksonville DB, and that's a huge play, and they're gonna hurry up and run.
Very huge.
They're gonna run 50 yards down the field. I hate hurry up. So ridiculous. You figure that all his players are tired now. I'm not sure why he'd do such a thing. It's a run here for Jalen Wright, and he's going to gain about 5 before hitting the dirt. And this Jacksonville offense, or this Chargers offense rather, has moved the ball pretty effortlessly, but that's kind of what Ducky was expecting going into this game.
Yeah, and Dougie is probably gonna. It's probably is gonna come down to an onside kick here to win the game. Is but that's exciting. That's prime time television that we want here in the MKL, and not what we just had to view.
I'm really sad that he didn't score after that onside because that would have made the game look a lot closer. Inside run here, Jalen Wright, nice cutback and a nice
Good.
touchdown. I mean, the guy, I don't know how that worked. We have 6 guys on the line. Somebody's coming in free, and maybe even 7, and just like he runs inside zone out of a spread with 5 linemen. That made no
Yeah,
sense.
very very interesting. Both of these players are running the defense that I run. What do you think about that, Steph?
What do you run? You run nickel wide?
Nickel wide.
You
Yes,
know, I
I
think I think
taught both of
uh
them.
I think it's very funny the influence that you have. Um, commonly there's always these dock defenses, these weird, unconventional. And I think nickel wide is a lot more normal than what you've run in the past. But it's still
Mhm.
funny that you are the disciple for these weird sort of things.
I find it very
Back
funny
to
as well.
throw is Lawrence, has nothing, and he's going to get hit as he throws, falls incomplete. It's going to bring up second down.
Second down. And it's second and 10. Definitely not a spot you like to be in. Definitely like to pick up yards on first down. I feel like that's very obvious. Can you?
Shout out to your wife, your fiance. Second and 10 here. We're in the tight slots, halfback week, I want to say. Very good formation. There was a once upon a time I used to love this formation. Back to throw. I don't like this route combo. He's going to do a little shovel pass. Doesn't work. So what he did, he had a drag and like an in route running into each other. So I don't know why he'd do that. Also, did you just see Trevor Lawrence's helmet? Why is he wearing that? That looks
I don't
terrible.
know.
That looks
Yes,
gross.
yes, it does.
Back to throw. Lawrence looking outside has Mike Evans, and that's caught. Huge chunk play in Mike Evans. Is Mike Evans the best receiver on this team?
I think so.
Well, he's certainly playing like it. Mike Evans, 2 huge plays so far tonight. And there's still plenty of football left to be played.
Yeah, Mr. Evans, I do believe has red zone threat. Something that Nick, I don't think that had the opportunity to. So that's kind of like a little bit of a bailout once you get inside the 20, and he's definitely going to utilize it here versus the Chargers, who DBs are a little bit lackluster as well.
And Stinky made the decision to trade for some corner from the Panthers that had sentimental value who sucked. I think that really squandered the growth of his DB room. But at the end of the day, the guy went to a Super Bowl and he's raring to compete for another one. So Evan Ingram here on the drag, going to get tackled, but not before breaking one. And that's going to be a first down for the Jaguars.
Yeah, big time first down for the Jaguars. I feel like this is definitely a score that could end up in the 70s with one person scoring 70 here.
I mean, I don't think it'll be quite that high, but a shootout is very much what I expect. Back to throw, going underneath, he's got Anthony Schwartz, who's going to get about 6. And Anthony Schwartz is a guy who we've seen show out for the Jaguars in the past. With Mike Evans now on the field, we haven't seen him as much.
Yeah, I'm very surprised he doesn't have a dev, and we're going to see Lawrence scramble, throws it a little bit early, and Tareeb still is going to pick it off for a pick 6. You cannot have that. Wow, insane.
Wow, and he is going to take that all the way back. Chargers touchdown, and that is a absolute backbreaker for the Jaguars. Tried to get a little cute. Thought he could get that guy to bite on the scramble. Doesn't work. He stays disciplined, and he's able to pick it off. What a play from the Chargers defense. I'm surprised you knew that guy's name, because I had no clue who that was.
Dude, I'm a ball knower. I know all about
you know ball. Well,
yeah, I know ball.
Evidently, I guess he's a name that I'll know if he keeps making plays like that. So, you know, the Chargers are a team that we questioned if they'd be able to move the ball offensively. Well, if their defense plays like that, they won't need to move the ball dominantly on offense, you know?
Yeah. I think whoever made the first mistake would probably lose this game, and unfortunately, that's Ducky.
That's true. So we'll see if he can bounce back. I think he gets the ball, so it's not the end of the world. It's pretty close to it though. Going up the seam, Evan Ingram thought he might break a tackle there, but he doesn't. He's wrapped up. Passing out a single back, I hate. Not cool. Play action. Has his man on a cross, wide open. It's Anthony Schwartz, and there's no catching him. He's going all the way. The 10-5, the touchdown.
Starling Thomas the fourth does his best to pick up Anthony Schwartz running down the sideline, but just is not fast enough.
Yeah, and that's a nice call there. I mean, man coverage. He goes to a crossing route, and nobody's there. There's no safety, and he's able to scamper his way all the way to the end zone and close this gap.
Yeah, I'd even go far to say lightly trot, because it looked way too easy for him.
Well, that's why you go get an athlete. And that's why maybe you get athletes literally everywhere, unlike the 49ers, who have dinosaurs. And, you know, I think the Jaguars are a good example of picking up a veteran to compete in the right way. You know, you don't want to run these guys into the ground. You want a guy who's still got something left in the tank, you know?
Absolutely.
You know, but sometimes, you know, you got an old dog and you got to bring him out back and put him out of his misery. And that's just, you know, what the 49ers haven't been able to do. And that's why they took a tragic loss to the Falcons for what might be the 3rd time in a row. Back to throw, Herbert going underneath. This is Jalen Wright, who's going to get railed, but he is going to get the first down.
Yeah, big first down. He is orange. He's trying to do the stamina trick. It is working pretty good.
I
He's
mean, there's
now on
not really
yellow.
a trick. It just refreshes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
refreshing how tired he is, because otherwise it won't do it unless you change to another thing. So, um, still probably pretty tired. I'd be hesitant to go to him. Um, he's just gonna run it. Frick, what I think. If he gets popped again, it could be bad. He's just brought down, softly, gently tucked into bed, but
Yeah,
not before
you know
picking
how
up
bad
about
Stinky
9
will be
yards.
mauling if he fumbles in this game.
Yeah, I mean, fumbles are a sad thing, a terrible thing that I wouldn't wish upon anybody. But when your running back is panting for his life, just completely exhausted, um, perhaps that might be a fitting time to drop the football. I think he has tank though. Like, does he not have tank? I'd be shocked if he didn't. I mean, this guy
I
is
don't think he
scrolling through
does.
these plays so fast. He's so drained. So trips look to the right here. A double mug action. Stinky's got to know what's coming, surely. I mean, the man blitz is lethal, and this play just
It
doesn't
could be
look like
lethal.
it's. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. That looks like it could actually get a stop. The zig is
Right.
bagged, and
Big
Herbert
time stop.
unable to let go of the ball. Gets sacked. No answer for the double mug. Gonna bring up second down and long. Man, look at them wrestle him to the ground. That's hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, second down and 22 after that not safe for work encounter. Back to throw is Herbert, going to the deep dig in the middle, is going to be caught. Hurry up offense is called. We'll see what's dialed up here. Out of the bunch, going Verts, caught by Jonnu Smith, and he's a guy you were disrespecting. But I think
I
he's a
was
crafty
very
veteran
much
who
disrespecting
who
him.
gets the job done, you know. Still in the bunch here. Is going to hand it off. Jalen Wright here on the carry is going to get wrestled down, but not before picking up a modest 4 yards. So, spread look for the Chargers. 3 down linemen for the Jaguars, and they've been unafraid to run the ball. They'll continue to do so here, and Jalen Wright is going to get 5 before he gets taken down. 3rd down and 1. We've seen him be unafraid to run the ball. He's even done so for touchdowns. Do you think he goes run here?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Absolutely.
You heard it here first, folks. Put your money on Chargers' next play to be a run. Super heavy here on the line of scrimmage. 6 guys, and they have a lurking linebacker over the center. Oluokun is just going to completely F everything up, and Stinky's going to go down looking to clock him, make this the last drive of the half. So, Stinky is the king of milk, as they say.
What's next?
So, play clock ticking down. Chargers probably looking to hand this thing off, and they will. Has a huge gap up the middle. He's going to start running left, right to make sure he doesn't score. And that clock continues to run. The Jaguars do have timeouts that they could use to preserve the clock if they desire, but they kind of see the writing on the wall here. So, double mug look for the Chargers.
I'll be right back, Steady.
All right. Back to throws Herbert, going to the running back, and he's going to get railed, and that's going to stop the clock. So the milk could be in jeopardy for the Chargers. They're going to have to, you'd think, try and punch it in. I mean, I know Stinky wouldn't be fond of a 30 seconds on defense, so you figure he wants to maybe get down. Wow, this looks bagged. Wow, he's able to find Jalen Wright. I'm wrong completely. I think Ducky just got stuck. I didn't think he would, but just too much congestion, and he's going to easily walk into the end zone there on the little in route, and that's going to be a Chargers touchdown. So Ducky has about 30 seconds here to score and set himself up to double dip the chip to tie the game. But really, I'd be happy with 3. 3 is totally fine because you get the ball back. You just got to Got to get a stop. And I think Ducky's found something defensively with his double mug. I mean, Stinky took a bad sack earlier, and sacks are how you get those stops. When you give up these chunk plays, you gotta out chunk them. In motion, ball is snapped. Has a lot of guys. Where will he go? He's going underneath. This is Brian Thomas. Jukes inside, unable to make a miss. That's going to be a Jaguars timeout. So he has 19 seconds, unable to get out of bounds there because you have to do juke. I think it could have been wiser to just stop the clock. But, these young guys, they're going to make these kind of mistakes. It happens. So, dollar look for the Chargers defense. Meanwhile, we got two in the backfield with Lawrence. A little wheel action to Anthony Schwartz, who is going to wisely get out of bounds. So that's a huge chunk play, and it sets up the Jaguars for at least 3 here before the end of the half, provided they don't take a sack. So, 15 seconds, a timeout, and a dream. Trevor Lawrence with his dumb helmet in the backfield, calling out hot routes. Dude, we're seeing a good drive here so far, man. Back to throw. Ooh. Oh, man, that was scary. Hit as he throws. I thought we might see a throw out of sack. Fortunately, we don't. I think that would have been very bad for the cast. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
So I think 3's on the board. Yeah, you think 3's on the board? All right, I'm glad we're in agreement. Because some would rather have 7, obviously. I mean, obviously, I'd rather have 7, but I'm totally okay with 3 at this point.
Me too. Getting points with under a minute and a half, it feels like you're stealing away points.
Big win. Wow, going up the seam, and that's going to be intercepted. He's down at the 1. He's down at the 1.
That is a former Jaguars corner. I think it's something Jones.
Josh Jones?
It's not Josh Jones. It's a weirder J.
Oh my God, is he serious?
Regardless, it is.
I think Stinky's going QB sneak. He's coming out in the goal line. Ducky could blow this up. Oh my God. He's not going to. He's so stupid. He's so dumb.
I don't understand why not try to mug the gap.
I am mugging the hell out of that gap. How many yards do you lose on a kneel?
Like half.
Okay. I'd hit him if I were Ducky. Oh, he doesn't hit him. Half is going to come to an end. A little bit of a scary moment there. Ducky kind of went for it all. Ended up throwing the interception. Maybe if he would have free-formed it up into the inside, he could have. But I think that the defender was probably similar in speed, so it would have been a tough ask. Well, the Jaguars do get the ball, and they don't get anything there when they had 3 in the bag, which is super unfortunate. But I think they can get a stop, don't you?
I do think so. With the D-line that the Jaguars have, I think they can get a stop. This game is about trying to get sheds. Mm-hmm. Zone coverage is pretty awful, so you either want a really good D-line or blitz, and Ducky can definitely do both. We're going to see double pass out of here. Yep.
Wow, and he reads it. Oh my God, he ran down there. He immediately knew it was coming. And a huge heads-up play from Coach Stinky there to completely read him. And you'd imagine Coach Ducky cussing up a storm there on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably some film that Stinky sock watched and said, we're not going to let this play give up a touchdown, and absolutely stops him.
Well, 3rd down and 12 here. Gotta have this one, you'd think. Goes over the middle, and that's Mike Evans. Who else? Stinky kind of pulled off on it.
Who else?
I mean, he is the hero that Jacksonville needed. He's had a great season. I think, I don't know if he's on a 1-year deal, but if he is, you certainly got to consider bringing him back. Wow, nice block there from Brian Thomas. Jukes inside. Not going to get the first down.
That's a culture block right there. That's Mike Evans telling his young wide receivers, hey, man, if you're not getting the ball, the least you can do is block. And BTJ delivers a big-time block.
Well, second and inches here, a free opportunity for a shot, you'd think. Back to throw. Ooh, pressure comes in and down goes T-Law. So third down and 6 now. You are in field goal range, but if you take another sack, you might not be. So hopefully that's a fate that can be avoided. Trevor Lawrence in the
Hopefully.
bunch, back to throw. I don't think he has
Backs up quite a
anything.
bit.
Going wheel route. Oh, he catches it at first, but it's going to get knocked out. Nice play by the DB, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So in field goal range, I don't think he's opting for 3. He's going all in, you know. This is betting it all on black. You know what I'm saying? What
Hmm.
are your thoughts on the call?
I love the call.
You know what? If he would have gotten 3, he could have kicked and been within 1 possession, but instead he threw a pick. So could have been better. Well, oh man, this wheel play. Stinky's reading it all the way. Wow, it's a run! And he's gonna get it! What a gutsy call!
That's so huge.
Fourth
Wow, what a
down and
call.
6, and he runs it for the first down. Stinky kind of caught with his pants down, probably on a pass commit. Wow, nice. A really nice call from Ducky. I'm impressed.
I'm
Back
very
to
impressed too.
throw, looking for that wheel. He doesn't have it. He might just chuck it anyway. He's going to get hit as he throws. Don't know where he's going. Probably a throwaway, but falls harmless to the ground. Incomplete. Going to bring up second down. And Stinky is he's loving this man coverage, huh?
Yes,
That's what it's
yes, he
all
is.
about. Back to
And
throw. Three-man
Montgomery's
rush. Wow,
very
he's got the
risky here.
drag. Yeah, it's amazing. Brian Thomas tries the juke to make a miss, unable to, but he is going to get the first down. And he looks terrible. Why does he look like that? It's so
I have no
gross.
clue.
I don't like that he looks like that. I think that sucks. So 1 yard away from the red zone, back to throws T-Law, going over the
Has the
middle. Brian
4-4
Thomas
speed.
touchdown. And the
And we have
Jaguars could be back in it. They're one stop away from being in solid position. And once this fourth quarter rolls around, they're going to be able to.
blocks the kick, and he's gonna take it for 2.
I cannot believe this. I
Neither
have
can
no
I.
words. Um, a relatively unlucky thing to have happen, but I'm
Just
sure if
happened.
Ducky could pick one play to summarize his season,
It's
that
probably
would probably be that. Yeah, because man, that's a thing you probably don't want to see ever happen to anybody. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Uh, PAT blocked for 2 points. Hell no. No, thank you. And Ducky might be traumatized and never kick an extra point ever again because that was terrible. Well, the Chiefs now on offense after the free 2 points. Back to throw, going zig route, has Rashid Shaheed going to make a man miss, and he's got the sideline brought down by who I believe is Cisco. And that's a big play that's already has him knocking on the door for field goal range. And now you're really wishing you had that 3, because then this would still be a 7-point game. Pressure coming. Herbert rolling to his right, throws the crosser. Darius Davis able to make the catch. And another big
Yeah,
chunk play.
this is a hot knife through butter right now. There's Ducky has no hope of getting a stop right now.
Well, I think if the DB was a little better, I think Stinky could have been baited into throwing a pick there. But he just couldn't keep up with Darius Davis. Going underneath the bubble, Rashid Shaheed able to evade. Ooh, nasty hit, but not before he picks up about 10. They are going to spot him a few inches short, but really that just helps them. Lets them take a shot. So second down here, spread look, inside run, Jalen Wright gains about
Yeah,
6.
I don't like having almost no one in the box on a second and short. That's just inviting Stinky to run the ball, and he's been doing it very well all day. I don't like the defense there. At least bring some line, but it's same here. Like who's gonna stop the run? Almost no one.
Well, here comes
Nobody.
Derwin, and bang, the run stopped. Goes to show what you know. That's why we're in the booth and not on the field. But sets up a second and goal, and 3 here I think would be massive. because you're down 10, kicks a field goal, touchdown puts you within 6. So, provided you don't get blocked on the extra point for 2. What a sad thing to have happen. So
Very
stupid.
sad.
Such a terrible thing to have happen.
But EA, give what EA can
Wow.
get.
He's going to get a false start on the offense, and he's going to be backed up another 5 yards. So this is now 2nd and goal from about 15 yards out. Now, you're one who always says that you like being further back. Do you
Yes,
stand by
yes, I
that?
do. Absolutely. Just I guess the plays that I like to run, I need to have space to work with, and not having space really limits what I'm trying to do. And
Mm-hmm.
just a user is able to cover so much more with less space, and I don't like having someone else's user be able to cover so many route combinations that I have. And we do see a
He missed
corner
a
route wide
touchdown. He
open.
missed it. What the hell? I mean, I have no idea what I just saw, but Rashid Shaheed unable to hang on to it. I'm surprised he'd even throw that in a spot like this, because a turnover would be all momentum back in favor of
Mm-hmm.
Ducky. You got to get at least 3 if you're stink. Obviously, you want 7. I don't like this play. I don't like this play. I don't like it at all. Okay, now this looks a little better. But he's kind of banking on having time. Will he get it? Gonna get hit. I mean, he has no answer for the stock generic mid blitz, you know. I mean, just
Yeah,
not just he needs to have something a little quicker than that 10-yard
agreed.
post. Field goal is up, field goal is good, and man, this would be so much better if he didn't get a free 2 points. That I feel so bad. That's hilarious though. I'm not gonna lie. 13-point lead though. Ducky, if he gets a touchdown, I mean, we could have a very dramatic finish in store if he can continue to play
Mm-hmm.
defense. The thing is, if he goes back on defense and holds him to 3 again, then that sucks. So, what I will say is if he goes it for a touchdown, goes for 2, Stinky needs to, if he kicks a field goal, Ducky's within 8, you know? That's one possession. So we'll see if he
Exactly.
thinks ahead that much. The late in the game is when you start to set up these scenarios and do that sort of thing. He's rolling to his right, doesn't have anything. Playmakers him up, has him. That's Evan Ingram. What a heads up play from Evan Ingram to run to the open space. Gonna hurry it up, trying to get another playoff here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Evan Ingram in motion to the other side of the field. He only has 3 seconds. Gets the snap off. Corner out. Evan Ingram isn't open. Saquon jukes inside, right into the tackle. That's going to bring it in. So put them 4s up. Chargers up 13, but don't go away yet, because the Jaguars, they're schmooving right now.
Schmooving and cruising and bruising.
That's right. Single back bunch here. Hartsfield is going to go ahead and make out with the Jaguars center. Kind of uncomfortable, if you ask me. In motion is somebody. I want to say that's Anthony Schwartz. I think Lawrence
Good
wanted the
throw.
drag, but Stinky was able to jump on it and take that away. So 3rd down and 6 now coming up. So at the 41-yard line, 3, I'd imagine, is out of the question at this point. Oh, yuck. There is a flag, but it's going to be on the Jaguars.
You think so? Oh, because
Oh
of the
my God.
momentum.
Still is going to take this back for 7.
Oh,
It's
he still.
his
Wow.
2nd pick 6. And they're going to decline that. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Wow. Well, that's probably going to do it for the Jaguars. Throwing 2 pick 6s
Not
is not how
ideal.
you win a playoff game. And if the Chargers can get that kind of production on defense,
Mm-hmm.
they might be Super Bowl bound. But deep down, we all know that the Steelers are guaranteed, because the AFC
Yeah,
runs
the
through the
Steelers are
Steelers.
gooning about the potential rematch against this Chargers team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Chargers offense has been relatively unimpressive, but it's actually been, I want to say, the defense that's come up big. And you took credit for the Chargers defense. If the Chargers end up making a run, will you take credit for their Super Bowl win?
Yes, just because I didn't make the playoffs, so I need to take credit for something that happens in the league.
Uh-huh. That makes sense, honestly. Um, well, we'll see what happens. Still plenty of game left for the Jaguars to make a miracle happen. Maybe some onside kicks are in their future.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath, Evan Ingram gets tackled, but he gains 8. Hurry up offense, predictably. I'd like to see him score relatively quick if possible, because I want to say he's got a shot, but it's hard to because he kind of doesn't. Wow, what an athletic play from T-Law right there. Able to get it away when it kind of looked like he was dead to rights. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, another disappointing MKL game. When are we gonna get something that's interesting?
I have no idea. Wow, we saw that in the red zone last week from the Jaguars. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Big play there, picks up a few yards. Maybe that's like his ace in the hole, You look for that on the big downs. Back to throw. Wow, he might have that on the sideline. He does. That's Anthony Schwartz, and he's going to take this all the way in. He got busy Fortnite dancing, and he almost got caught, but he still brings it in on God. Touchdown, Jags, and they do have 3 timeouts. They're going to go for 2. Puts them within 11. I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate this. So, 2 possession lead, potentially, if they can get this. Wow, nice catch. RPO action. Brian Thomas. Nice.
There's life again.
There is life. They do have 3 timeouts. And I think Ducky could be an onside kick guru, potentially. I don't know how much attention he was paying. But here we go. Oh, here we go. This is what it's all about. I was so bored, and I was like, let's learn how to kick an onside. Okay, he has no idea what.
He got it.
He got the onside kick. Oh my God. The Jaguars have life. I didn't teach him to kick it. I didn't really teach him how to kick it. I was just kicking onside kicks. And he had some ideas on how he'd kick it. That's not how I do it, but it's how he did it. And man, his way must be way better. Holy frick. Back to throw is T-Log going underneath. Caught by Saquon. Has still... Okay, he wants to go backwards. Saquon goes backwards. 1 yard. We were talking about the greatest comebacks in MKL history earlier. And
could be one of them.
Was that Ducky who brought that up? Because, maybe he kind of manifested it. Back to throw, goes up the seam.
Seam open.
Man, he saw... I think he accidentally switched it to the outside third, who could normally jump that, and that's what made him throw that inside seam streak to the tight end. Really nice heads-up play from Ducky, and that's the sort of thing we need to see if we're going to see a comeback here.
Yeah, he took a big chunk out of the yardage he needed.
Underneath has Saquon. You obviously, there's so much time, but you want to score before a 2-minute warning. So let's see if we can do that. I wouldn't hate a run, honestly. I don't know. I know Saquon is... Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. He's scrambling. T-Law juking. Gets hit. Ooh. Yuck. He juked and didn't fumble. Fortunate play for the Jaguars. Wow, we're in the empty here. Bunch to the left. Huge play. Back to throw. Lawrence going underneath. Over the middle. Touchdown. Evan Ingram able to get his feet down. Catches that thing. And he's going to put them 2s up because they're going for 2. Man, holy frick. And Ducky is going to kick another onside kick. I swear to God. Ducky is literally going to kick another onside kick. I promise. I'd imagine he's going RPO here. I think
you can't kick an onside kick if
he's the losing. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought this was for a touchdown. My fault.
He has the zig. Caught 2-point conversion. Oh my God. Is this really happening right now?
And that's exactly what's going through Stinky's head.
Guess what? That block 2-point conversion? That's so big because it was a 3-point swing. The game should be
factor right now.
Well, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to kick the onside here.
Gets another good kick. Picked
Ugh.
up by
Well,
Marquise
you can
Brown.
afford to give up 3, but he's already basically in field goal range. But you'd imagine that Stinky is thinking 7 because he wants the game to be over. Wow, he's thinking Chew. I don't like that. I think that's scary. If he's thinking Chew, he's going to set himself up for 3rd down, and Stinky's going to go
Uh-huh.
for it, and that's how he makes this even easier for the Duckster. Going
Agreed.
underneath, Jalen Wright gets railed. So the Chew is on. Wow, look at it. Whoa. It was a wholesome moment, and then they started fighting. So Jalen Wright, as you might say, poorly coached, perhaps.
I agree.
Well, Jalen Wright gonna run it in, probably for a touchdown.
Touchdown. No
Oh,
touch.
no. Ducky probably wanted a touchdown because he does not mind onside kicks at all.
Yeah. So, are the rules you're only allowed 2 onside kicks a
Nope,
game, or am I
don't think
okay?
so. That would be a dumb rule anyway. That would be really stupid.
Because that's what I heard through the grapevine is you're only allowed 2 onside
I
kicks.
don't think that's a thing. I really don't. There's no way that's a thing. That would be so awful. Wow. Okay, so Herbert is going to get in.
Yeah,
And the
those
2-minute
3
warning
timeouts
is gone, but there are 3 timeouts,
Duckies. Yep.
and there is hope for an onside kick. If Ducky
And
recovered a second onside kick to set himself up to win, that would be so funny.
I agree. And if you're Ducky, you need a touchdown and 3, right? Do
You're
you need a
down
2-point
10.
conversion as well? You're
No,
down
he's
10.
just down
All right.
10. He's just down
I,
10.
I'm halfway. I'm halfway in this cast right now, but man, for the sake of the league, I hope Ducky wins this game.
I think that'd be so funny.
He's going with
But
his cover 4 beater here, or cover 3. He might have it if he gets the time. He did
well,
man up the one guy that's a part of the beater. We'll see what happens.
he's got him over
Throws
the
it anyway.
middle. Schwartz couldn't hang on to it.
The
Yuck.
ball was floating around for a little bit. That could have gone to anyone if
That
anyone had
was
pick
super
artists.
scary. I mean, a real gunslinger kind of throw, but didn't work out. That's okay.
Yeah,
Still,
it seems
still
like
2
Ducky's getting a
minutes,
little
3
bit
timeouts,
desperate, and
onside
don't need to
kicks
be
on the
desperate.
table. Back to throw, has the cross, goes to the zig.
Yeah, I was looking at the cross the entire way.
Yeah,
I thought there was a chance you could maybe playmaker it up too and get some yards.
I mean there was
I
a
hope
guy, but I think he could have I would have tried to highball it because I'd be afraid of that. But wow, I can't believe he didn't get
gonna take
called
a
for
bad
that.
sack.
Yuck.
Wow. Do you consider using the timeouts here or no?
I think you have to
Nope,
because
and he takes one there.
yeah, so not too much time dripped off. We've seen some bad clock management in real football. We see a lot less of it here. We've been talking about that a lot, but you
We
gotta
have,
you
and
gotta have
Ducky not
something up
helping
the
our
bag of
case.
tricks here. Going deep. This is
Oh my
Brian
god.
Thomas.
He almost came down with it. Oh, I've never seen that animation where the hands and
You know
arms
what
just
I
swoop over.
you know what I think he did?
What?
I think he did this.
Mm,
That's what I think he did. He almost caught that.
he did, and wow, 3rd and 21 seems like
Yeah, I mean, not a great spot, but could we see? Is this so? Is this one of those No, it's not. All right, that sucks.
everything's bagged. Both
Oh
are bagged.
no! So 4th and 21, the season is on the line. What will he draw up? Does he have
Double pass
anything?
for the win.
I mean, there is a 0% chance. There's no way that's what he would pick,
It seems like a very Ducky thing to do, and I'm all for it.
dude. I feel like Stinky read the double pass earlier when he tried to do it. To do that on 4th and 21 for game would be tough.
I agree.
That would be tough. So, I mean,
Clipped.
I
He needs
what
to
is
be
this?
clipped.
Back to throw, rolling to his right. I think he has
That's
that.
man.
No.
Why would you throw it to
No. Why would you throw it to him? Oh my god.
We both saw the corner,
Yes.
right?
Well, I don't know what it was. There was like a cross, and I think he could have
Yeah.
tried to throw that. because that guy was way too underneath, and he throws it like 70 yards across the field, bro. Oh man, what a heartbreaking way to go out. Chargers now probably looking to end the game, you figure, after
Yeah,
a bit of a
failure to
scare for
see
them.
why he's not running, not kneeling it out. Because even if you punt, at least you're not risking a chance of a fumble inside your own territory.
Well, 20 seconds left in the game. 2 timeouts still for the Jaguars. I think they could technically get the ball back, but it would be very crazy. Ball is snapped as a free hit. Bang! Timeout! Timeout!
Timeout.
Timeout. All right. 3rd down and 9. Now imagine we
8
see
seconds left.
fumble pick 6,
Mm-hmm.
onside, Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only hope here. So, and a fumble 6, like, would he even get to the end zone fast enough? I have no idea. Going corner, caught.
Catches
Wow.
it.
And man, what a way to finish. So your final is going to be 46-36. Did you predict 70 or for the score to be like?
I thought we could have seen someone get 70. I don't think reaching 70 between the two teams was.
Oh my God. So Stinky, you came away with the win. How are you feeling?
No, I want to know how you guys are feeling. I mean, I heard all that shit about the offense last week. The offense played fine enough.
I
this
think
week.
the offense, we were actually talking about that,
Yeah.
and we think the offense was terrible, but it was the 2 interceptions for touchdowns that really propelled your victory here tonight.
As far as I'm concerned, the offense scored every single possession.
The offense, dude, you had 260 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, bro. The offense was mid. Now, let's ask you something. The onside kick at the end, how scared were you?
I mean, listen, we're not worried about that. We train for stuff like that. We were good. I was not concerned.
So speaking of training for certain gimmicky things, what a way to sniff out that double pass, because if you don't get there, that might be a touchdown. And I was very impressed with
look at the game channel. What is that, dude? Ducky's pretty disappointed with how things went today. He's asking for us to announce that the Jags are open 15 minutes ago. But emotions run high here in the MKL playoffs. We're very passionate. That's the word. We're not motivated. That's not what we are right now. There's a lot of passion running through our bodies right now.
I feel like the offense has been disrespected. I mean, are we really
gonna man. At the end of the day,
extra point block.
Yeah, the extra point block was a big moment.
I am retired. Congratulations to whoever wants the Jags next. But with that, I'm not.
I know, man. It's okay, bro. It's always next year. Listen.
I retired in game. It's
no,
over.
dude. No, dude. It's okay. Listen, things happen. It was a bad moment, but we really enjoyed seeing you get the onside kick. We thought that was magical.
Really, just do not want to play an entire fucking season of games to lose on a blocked extra point.
I'm not sure that's why you lost.
Pretty big fucking reason, man.
It was, if that wouldn't have happened and he did the onside and got the onside, and it was a 3-point swing.
I would have played like completely differently. Like it was a 2-score game at the start of the second half because of that, for no reason. Like
I do agree that did hurt you, but I think being able to control your interceptions would have helped too. Lawrence kind of threw some pretty bad picks on there. Is that just by play design? Was that poor play design or poor decision making? Do you think?
Doesn't matter, bro.
I think we're asking the wrong questions to a member who's feeling very sad right now. You had a great season. I'm proud of you. I'm glad. I love seeing you hit the onside kick after what we were doing earlier. I think that's hilarious that you got it to work. You did it a little different than I would have.
I don't know what you did to get it to work, but
I didn't really get it work, but you sure did. So go with you. I was happy to see that, and I think I'd be happy to see you come back for another big season here in the Madden Kingdom League. But for now, congratulations to Stinky. As we were saying, really this game was just deciding who runs into the buzzsaw that is the Steelers. You know, we all know that the AFC runs through the Steel City, and I think it's going to be an honor for you to be what sends them to the bowl.
You know what I'm concerned about, Steady, is, or what ponders my mind is, a buzzsaw in the AFC is more like a butter knife in the NFC. That's what I think about.
Well, there's a lot of talk about which conference is stronger, and up until this point, we have yet to see the AFC win a Super Bowl. So right now, I think it's fair to say that the NFC holds the crown, but that could all change here with Sniper on his way to the Super Bowl, you know? So we'll have to see what happens.
I just cannot believe I watched a block extra point, man. I think that's my second in 2 weeks.
I mean, real unfortunate.
It's not even the kicker, dude. Like, it's just the game decided that Stinky deserved it more than me.
You know what's funny? I was gonna put my controller down, and then I was like, "Oh wait, no, it's the playoffs. I should probably like do it. I should probably like have my controller."
It's just so stupid. That just when have you ever seen a blocked extra point even happen? Like, it happens like once a year. In this.
You know, I feel like in the playoffs you see shit like that happen quite a bit. Just random stuff.
I would actually be curious to discover when the last blocked extra point was. I would bet it wasn't. I don't think there's been one this year.
The play most recently occurred in 2021 when the Seattle Seahawks blocked an extra point by the Commanders and returned it for 2 points.
The last blocked extra point happened last week versus the Lions.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
Yeah, but that got returned.
It's happened twice in 5 fucking years, and it's happened to me like 3 times this season. Like, I just don't want to fucking deal with this game.
It's okay, bro. You're gonna trade for Justin Fields, and life is gonna be better, bro. It's all right.
I'm gonna not play Madden 5 hours a week, and life is gonna be great. Actually, sounds like a great life.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut it off. GG's, fellas.